What's up, guys? It's Intense Investor here, coming at you again for another lovely episode on my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about Yieldnodes. Made another awesome return for the month of August. Come in at actually 6.1% earnings, which is great. The team did another great job with all their masternodes, the masternodable coins in the Yieldnodes ecosystem. So here we are, guys, on the Yieldnodes dashboard. This is the dashboard that you see after you register or sign up for Yieldnodes. You can see this even if you have not deposited any Bitcoin to the platform. So I just want to go over how consistent Yieldnodes has been since the first of the year. As you can see, back in January, had a profit of around 1,700 euros. That's when I had 21,000 euros masternoded. Then we got to February, I made 1,778 euros. March, 1,585. And then in April, actually 1,778 euros again. And then in May, 1,625. Then I took a little bit of money out. I had some things I wanted to do around the house, stuff I wanted to pay off. So pulled that money out, and I still got 7,000 euros masternoded in Yieldnodes. And since June, that's been paying me between 400 and 600 euros a month. I don't have a really expensive house payment, so that pays my house payment, which is totally awesome. I don't got any car payments. I'm big on not having any debt. I still work a full-time job. So investing provides me a vehicle to just further my income stream and diversify into different things. That's why I got into crypto in 2020. You could put money into something and it could explode. I'm usually pretty good at picking the right projects with the right teams. I'm good at seeing patterns with things. So I really excelled at that when I got into crypto there in 2020. A lot of people go all into something, lose all their money, but I like to diversify, not put more than a couple of percent of your total portfolio into any one project. That way, if that project does go bust, you don't lose like your whole portfolio, literally. So you need to keep that in mind. There's a lot of moon boys out there. There's a lot of YouTubers that try to shill you anything and everything, and they're mainly getting paid for it. Some guy comes up every day and says, hey, I'll give you $1,000 if you do this AMA with me. You do that 30 days a month, that's $30,000 that you're going to make off doing like AMAs for a month. So I have people email me all the time saying, how much you charge for a video? Can I get a 5-minute clip at the beginning of your video? So I have to tell them, no, I don't take money to show projects. I just show projects that I like, that I found myself, and I think could be a benefit to people that subscribe to the channel. So I hope you take that to heart and think about it. If you are a subscriber, I do try to do the best by the people that subscribe to the channel. I'm not always right. And I also believe that you do win by losing sometimes, if that makes sense. So you're not always going to win. So people that portray or give off this perception that they always win, they're really the ones that are going to screw you over. It's like the used car salesman that runs up to you when you drive up in the lot, or the guy that can sell blind man glasses. Just keep that in mind. There's a lot of people out there that want to take your money, and they have become experts at taking your money away from you. So the longer you're in these type programs, the more you see how the scams work. You got the high yield interest products. So we had the DAOs, a million forks of DAOs. Now we got a lot of forks of tomb forks. So just be careful. And I'm going to be more careful myself what I show on this channel. Unless I'm really certain it's a good project, I'm just not going to show it, because I don't want people to spend their hard-earned money on things that I'm doubtful about. So if I do show it on my channel, I do got a lot of faith in that project and the team behind it. I've been in Yieldnodes since the end of 2020. It was one of the first projects that I actually found. It's been going for 2 years for me almost now that I've been in it, and the actual program itself has been going since 2019. So Ponzi's, I don't believe it would have lasted that long being a pure Ponzi, because I saw other Ponzi's like Mirror Trading International CashFX, Finalmente. Those were all ones that I checked out and was curious about. They ended up being Ponzi's. They didn't have a utility, but at least Yieldnodes has the Masternode network, their own ecosystem of coins that they're growing. They have their own exchange at BuyRake Exchange. So just want to give my quick spill on that, how I felt about it, how I feel about some other YouTubers that's constantly scam people and they tell you, oh, you need to get into this, or you need to click my referral link and all that good stuff. But I don't make a lot of money doing YouTube. I might make $100 a month. So I'm just really sharing my investment experience, and that's all. And guys, one really cool thing about Yieldnodes is that they did 3 audits. They did 2 last year. They did 1 this year. The one this year, they invited quite a few people, including a couple of YouTubers from the US. One of them was James Pelton, to go over to Malta, inspect their project, their program, meet with the team. All of them like what they found. So that's another really big positive. If you want to check out that audit, if you go to the dashboard here, you'll see over here it says audits. Click on that. So you can see, like I said, Q1 2021, they did the first one. You can go through that. So old Anthony Kimball, I also bought one of the GPS Forex robots. If you go back and watch some of my old videos, you'll see where I've made some money with that. I'm still making money with it. The bot's still running. But he put like maybe 2 million euros into Yieldnodes. He had a lot of money in there. He was bringing in, heck, that's a lot of money, dude. That's like $100,000 on 1 million euros. So you can imagine making 200,000 euros off 2 million euros invested into Yieldnodes. So that's really crazy there. But he invested big. Jonathan Platts is big in it. I think he might have about 100 grand in there. I watched his last video. Graham Laurie, he's a big YouTuber, Cashmaster, also British, UK. Jane FX, she's in the Forex. And then Jurgen Bappert, also a big Forex guy. That was the first audit they did. If you go back, you'll see the other one here that was October 2021. That's actually my birthday, October 30th. How nice. And then this Yieldnodes participants here and the audit in Malta, that's when I was talking about this year. That was in July. Excuse me. But a lot of people went there. They got a really nice office there. They got some videos so you can check out. You can access all this. Like I said, go to the dashboard. I've went over this in previous videos, but lots of good info here. It's still very risky, right? It's crypto, it's risky. But from my just relatively speaking, this investment with Yieldnodes compared to some other investments I've made, to me, is not as risky as other crypto investments. It's still really risky, but it's not as risky to me as other investments I've made because I like the transparency of the team. I like that it has utility. They got really good Trustpilot reviews. A lot of people say Trustpilot's like bullshit, but I really like it. Sure, you can fake a lot of Trustpilot reviews, but as many as Yieldnodes has, I'm pretty sure they're not all fake. Because they literally got like a 4.7 out of 5 on there, which is pretty dang high. Here we are over at CoinMarketCap, looking at Sapphire Coin. It's the largest coin in the Yieldnodes ecosystem environment over there. Still 411 million market, 44 cents a coin, and a pretty big dip right now. It's down to 44 cents. But as you can see, there is a gradual upward trend. I don't know if we're going to go much lower than this. It might be a good opportunity to pick up some SAP if you just want to hold some or masternode it. You can get that over at BuyRake Network, and that is actually Yieldnodes Exchange. Got pretty good liquidity over there, high confidence. Just looking at what they got here, but you can click on that. It's buyrake.com. You can go over here, go to the live exchange, and you will see lots of coins. You can actually start your own crypto exchange based off the code of the BuyRake exchange, which is cool. You can go over here and show the market, and we can scroll down. Actually, SAP coins up at the top, so you can pull that up. So yeah, had a pretty good dip there. You can see there was some crazy green candles, people trying to buy that dip up, which is cool. It's good to see. But yeah, check it out. You might want to pick you up some SAP. It's a big project in Yieldnodes. And also go over to the, I think I'm saying it right, Dissenemy, and check that out. It's really active Discord. Lots of good things, conversations going on over there as well. If you're interested in the latest news coming straight from Yieldnodes, I'd definitely join their Discord server. Great place to go to there. I go there quite often just to see if there's any new announcements and what might be freaking people out about one of the coins or just the latest news. They got all their master notable coins right here. These are the same ones that are on the website. And there's also like the Hydro project that also is affiliated with Yieldnodes now. I actually bought a couple NFTs with them. But basically, if you hold their NFTs, they're going to run Bitcoin miners and pay the NFT holders a certain amount, or a percentage of that profit will get paid to those holders, if that makes sense. So I got 2 of the NFTs, just didn't want to totally miss out on it. I don't got as many of those as I do some other NFTs like San Vegas or Slotty or Rebel Bots, but I think good things are going to come out of that one as well. But guys, revenue generated for August was 6.1%. Like I said, there's between 2,000 4,000 masternodes actually operated. These are statistics straight from the Yieldnodes website. Feel free, I do got a link in the description if you need to click on it, and make sure you're clicking on the right link to go there and check out some of the information. Average monthly yield the last 35 months has been 10%. That's an annual yield of 120%, right? 10 times 12 is 120. And if you compound that 10% this month, your earnings, you compound it, that's going to be a little more gains as far as euros, because you got more capital because you've compounded. That would be 213% compounded per year, which is pretty dang good. I don't think any banks pay that much. They might pay you 1%. Like I said, it's been going since September 2019. Even back then, they were having like 11% with the beta test, 11, 12%. We had that one freak month last year, I remember. It was almost 20%, 19.2% interest, which is wild. So did really well. COVID, they were down a little bit, I think 5% in March 2020. But only you got to have 500 euros minimum to invest. The max per deposit is 250,000 euros. Payouts monthly. Contract can be canceled anytime after 6 months, and you can get your deposit and interest paid in euro, US dollar, or Bitcoin. They do got USDT, because I've been getting Tron Chain USDT because the transactions are really cheap compared to Ethereum. So I like to use Tron Chain, which is a TRC20 token. It's on Tron, that blockchain. It's really popular actually using or sending USDT over Tron. They project 5 to 15% pure profit paid out every month. And should the yield drop below 5% for 3 consecutive months, that initial rental payment that you loaned Yieldnodes for them to masternode on their network, they're going to pay that back to you, is what they plan, if they drop below 5% for 3 consecutive months. So they have architect over their network that designs it, maintains it. They have a team there that's looking over everything. And just look at these returns with just 500 euros. 500 euros since September 2019 would be like 13,000 euros if you compounded into Yieldnodes. It'd be worth that much today. If it was just Bitcoin that you put 500 euros in 2019, it'd only be worth $1,300. So you can see, yeah, the Dow Jones would only been $536, gold $537. So you can just see the power of masternoding network. It goes into a little bit of a summary of how it's not mining, but it's masternoding. Mining is based on proof of work consensus. It's very popular. Mining probably won't ever go away, especially proof of work mining. So then you got an alternate approach, which is a technology that's just masternodes. They rely on proof of stake. So a masternode's a special full node that can get pretty nice rewards paid out. So they pay a percentage of those rewards out, and then they keep so much of it for the team. There's old Jonathan right there. He's a good dude. I really like him. He was one of the first people I started watching when I got into crypto, and before I started my channel, and I was just coming on, just looking for information like a sponge, just trying to soak it up and just figure out like what the heck is going on. What are these green candles and red candles? I knew what that was, but as far as reading some of the charts and stuff and just knowing what was the good thing, what was the bad stuff. I really didn't know. So this is the team here. Steve, he's the CEO. Yours is the CIO, COO, and then Igor's Chief Technology Officer, and Adema, Management Assistant. They all got their LinkedIn profiles here. He got this nice little Steve Jobs quote on there. But you can click on any of these coins on the Yieldnodes website, give you a brief description of what they are, what they do. And then you got your partners, and there's the Hydro Well partner I was telling you about. If you want to check that out, they got their merch store, Yieldnodes, a Facebook community, which I think is pretty large actually. I don't get on Facebook a lot anymore because there's just a lot of crap, negativity on there that I just don't want to see in people's comments. And I think when you read some of that stuff, it just lessens your IQ and brings you down to a lower level. So I don't really even care to look at it. Twitter's bad enough sometimes, but that's life. There's a lot of negativity out there. You got to fight through it. That's how it is. So there's some good FAQ on the website. And if you need to contact them, they're really quick to respond. Their support, you can go there and click on that and fill it out. And anyway, that's really all I got for now. If you're interested, I do got a link to Yieldnodes in the description. Click on that if you want to check that out. But that's all I got for now. You guys have a good weekend, a good Labor Day. Stay safe, don't get into trouble. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you.